When will Jesus' second coming take place? Do we know the time of Jesus' second coming? Is there anything mentioned in the gospel about Jesus' second coming? How much to believe some of the promoters of imminent second coming of Jesus? For some people, second coming of Jesus will signal the end of the world. They base their belief in what is called the eschatological discourse of Jesus in Mark chapter 13, Matthew chapter 24, and Luke chapter 21. What is the Catholic position on the second coming of Jesus? The Catholic position concerning the time of the second coming of Jesus and of the end of the world may be expressed in three statements. Jesus will come again. Second, but we do not know when Jesus will come. Third, therefore, we are to be always ready for the end of the world. Let us take the first statement, Jesus will come again. That Jesus will come again to judge the living and the dead is one of the primary truths of the Catholic faith. The Catholic confess this truth every time they profess the Nicene-Constantinople Creed or the shorter version Apostle Creed or during the Eucharistic celebration as part of the mystery of faith. Second statement, but we do not know when Jesus will come. The first point, no precise date is given by Jesus himself in the Gospels. Some claim that Jesus' coming is imminent. It will take place soon. They claim that this doctrine is taught in the New Testament, especially in the eschatological discourse of Jesus. Let us therefore turn to the eschatological discourse and see whether in this discourse Jesus really did teach that the end of the world is imminent. Let us study the discourse in chapter 13 of the Gospel according to St. Mark. The discourse is a very complex one written in the apocalyptic literary form. To unravel the message, we must recognize that in the discourse, Jesus alternates between speaking of the end of the world and the end of Jerusalem. Let us break up this chapter 13 of Gospel according to Mark. In the passages on the end of the world, Jesus states that no one knows when the end will take place, not even he himself. This is something known only to the Father. Since Jesus says that he himself does not know the date, it is reasonable to conclude that he leaves no room for further useless questions from his disciples. But Mark chapter 13 verse 30 says, "Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away before all these things takes place." Does this verse not speak of an imminent end? No. The verse appears in the passage on the end of Jerusalem and not on the end of the world. Truly, some of those who were listening to Jesus would be present when Jerusalem was destroyed in AD 70. The verse cannot refer to the end of the world because if it did, then Jesus' words would be proved false. But the end of the world has not taken place till now, and that generation is long dead. The signs of the end are of no help. Some consistently refer to certain signs that they find in the New Testament, which they claim announce or precede the end of the world. They find these signs not only in the eschatological discourse of Jesus, but also in other texts of the New Testament. What are the signs of the end of the world? In the eschatological discourse, in the other text of the New Testament, are the signs reliable indicators of the end of the world? Obviously not. The signs mentioned in the eschatological discourse have been present in every century since the time of Jesus. The rest of the signs refer to a future that seems a long way off. The preaching of the gospel in the whole world, if we go by this sign, the end of the world is certainly not imminent. For if we look at the present situation, a large portion of the human race have not heard the gospel. The conversion of the nation and of the Jewish people, if this is a sign, then the end will certainly not take place in our lifetime. For there is no evidence of a worldwide turning to Jesus Christ. The coming of the Antichrist and departing from the true faith, this sign is not special of our time. Those who have opposed Christ and abandoned the faith have existed in all generations. The prediction of the end so far have proven false. After the ascension of Jesus Christ, Christians in every generation and century have expected in vain the imminent second coming of Jesus Christ. In the first century, Christians like Paul believed that the second coming of Jesus Christ and the end of the world would take place during their lifetime. The letters of St. Paul to the Thessalonians clearly bears witness to this belief. In 1 Thessalonians, written in AD 52, Paul shared this apparently common belief, but his next letter reveals that he became reconciled to the fact that the second coming of Jesus and the end of the world was not as imminent as he had previously thought. Since the first century till today, again and again in the history of the church, there have arisen preachers, teachers who have announced the end of the world on the basis of the sign which they found in the New Testament. And again, every one of such prediction has proved false. Therefore, we are to be ready for the end of the world. Seeing that we do not know when the world will come to an end, much less that the end is imminent, what is to be our attitude and behavior between now and then? For an answer, we must turn to the conclusion of the eschatological discourse. Let us consider Gospel of Mark chapter 13 verses 33 to 37. The passage begins with, "Take heed, watch and pray," and concludes with, "And what I say to you, I say to all, watch." 4 times this word watch appears in this passage. What is this from the part of Jesus but a call that we are to be continually ready for the end? Readiness today and every day means readiness for the end whenever that will be. Oh, that today you would hearken to His voice, harden not your hearts. In conclusion, what must be our attitude and behavior between now and then? Do not be taken in by preachers, teachers and writers who by clever but deceptive words lead naive people to believe that the signs spoken of in the New Testament are taking place today, and therefore the end of the world will occur any day now. Hear the words of Jesus and not the words of these religious deceivers. Do not speculate about signs and when the end of the world will occur. Rather be ready for the end of the world today. Put your life in order today. Your relationship to God and your relationship to others. If the world ends today, you will be ready. The last point. Practically and more important, the end of a person's life, the moment of death, is the end of the world as far as that person is concerned. To be ready for the end of the world is to be ready for the end of one's life at death.